Hi Flosstubers, this is Stitching to Connect Annie on a hot summer day in Colorado. It's 95 degrees out. We're not in Ohio anymore. So I got back from Stitch.con last weekend, had the best time. So I'll talk a lot about that. I'll probably talk more about, oh, let me back up a little bit. This is my 19th video, which I started back in September. So kind of reviewed that because everybody from Stitch.con, we were sharing how long we'd been doing it and how many we had. And I think I said I had 17 or 18, but I counted them today and I had, this is my 19th. So anyway, all that to say, again, Stitching to Connect Annie from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. And hi to all my new friends that I met at Stitch.con. It was wonderful. I've just been spending, this is Wednesday, got home Sunday. So this is Wednesday, the 23rd of June. I don't know where June went. It's gone. But I can't tell you how much fun I had. It was just beyond. I made so many new friends and kind of fangirled out on a couple of people, like Yasmir Almond M&Ms. She was there. I got to see her teeny tiny stitching that she does on 56 count. It like blew me away. I noticed her in the annex and I said, are you Almond M&Ms? And she said, oh yeah, I'm Yasmir. And I went, I think that's her name, Yasmir. She's a lovely gal, lovely young lady. And I just said, oh, I would love to come over and see some of your stitching, and I kind of wanted to see some of her silks. And so I found her a little later in the day, and she was very kind and showed me both. So that was pretty fun. Liz Matthews was there. Unfortunately, she left like midday Saturday because it was Father's Day on Sunday and she wanted to get home to be with her father to celebrate on Sunday. So understandable. But I bought a pattern at the annex and then went over to have her sign it, being the fangirl that I am. And the gal at the table said, oh, sorry, she's not here. She saw my pen and my pattern, my chart. And she said, I said, well, you're just as important. Do you want to sign it? And she goes, no. So that was kind of funny. We laughed. But, so I'll just share, as I did just now, my particular personal experiences of Stitch.con. I won't go through everything we got or how it all ran or anything, because if you go to a lot of the Stitch.con review videos, you'll see all of that. And I just kind of want to keep this to my personal experiences, which will overlap a little bit of what all went on too. So, arrived Thursday, 4 to 5-ish. Yeah, had a little bit of snafu with my Uber ride from the airport. Couldn't find where they picked up the Uber people. And but anyway, I got there. It's fine. I got down to the room to sign in and registration and stuff, probably about 5:15 after I went up and settled in my room. I, as a lot of other people, were very nervous because I was totally by myself. I knew no one. I had never met anybody in person. And so, being a little bit of a social anxiety kind of person, I had my nerves. I definitely had my nerves. But as soon as I walked up to the registration table, and they were just so open and friendly, Pam and Steph and all the gals, were there to greet you, hand you your goodies, and kind of tell you what's going on and let you know a little bit of the schedule, just a little. They kind of mentioned it to you. And I was like, I'm good, I can do this. So I walk into the ballroom and oh my God, there was over 200 of us. Maybe 240. I think we were a little less than Group A the previous weekend, but a lot of tables, a lot of round tables with 5 to 6 people sitting at them. And so I just walked up, and a table right along the edge, which I had kind of a little bit thought about, maybe I want to sit along the edge because it it won't be quite so much coming at you, you know. So there was a table. I walked up. There was one spot left. I just said, is anybody sitting here? They go, nope, you're sitting there. And then that was it. That was my table. Number 22. We're right along the edge. We were on the edge of where they had, when you came up and did your smalls exchange, those tables right there, we were right along that edge, so we could see the smalls exchange really well. So that was my group of gals. There were 5 of us. I'll mention their names when I get to that book. I know a couple of them right offhand, Candy and Terry and Chris. And I think it's Kathy and me, Candy, Chris. Who else did I say? Kathy. I just mentioned her name and now I can't remember her name. Anyway, we became very fast friends. It was really fun. Great gals. Introduced ourselves. I sat down. Like I said, it was 5-ish. I had bought a sandwich on the plane and that I had just I ate in my room because I was pretty hungry when I got there. So I just ate the sandwich in my room. So I didn't go out to dinner or anything that evening. I'm not sure what all they did, but it was great. It was great. I made fast friends. I was comfortable. Kind of started laying out my stuff. Did I? No, I think I sat down and started to lay my stuff out and just thought, I'm just going to breathe for a while and just kind of maybe walk around and see how it's all laid out and maybe not stitch tonight. I don't think I even put a stitch in on Thursday night. I was pretty tired. I had gotten up at 5 in the morning to catch a flight, and of course Eastern time, Ohio's Eastern time, so it was 2 hours later than when I was home. So I caught my flight. I think my flight left at 10 a.m. It was a direct flight, easy flight, no problems. But when I got there, it was already 3 o'clock. So, and I never sleep well the night before I travel. And I'm a challenged sleeper as it is. So I was so excited, and I was all packed and everything the night before. So I think I got up we had to leave the house at 7:15. Maybe it was 6:45. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You're not interested in all that. I'm just rambling. So anyway, I was pretty tired, and I know myself well enough to know I'm just going to get the lay of the land. And I brought a few things down with me when I came down from the room, but I thought I'm just going to get the lay of the land, kind of meet a few people and see what's going on, and not get heavy into stitching. I was just tired and my back hurt. So all that to say, I wandered over to the freebie table, which a lot of people have talked about, and I will show you. I got some really cool freebies. Amazing. When I walked over to start looking, they just kept throwing them on the table. I was like, a lot of just cross stitch magazines from years past, and I am fairly new, like a year and a half. I mean, I've cross stitched for off and on for years of my life, but back to getting into it, and the whole new world of cross stitching has happened since I quit last time. And so yeah, a lot of early 2000 just cross stitch magazines were on the table, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna pick these up, take them to my room tonight, look through them, and then if I don't see anything I like, I'll bring them back, put them on the table. That can't hurt anything. And there was so much to choose from. So I kind of did that. I kind of flipped through, found some things. Then I found some other gems, which I'll show you in a minute. So I did that. I went over and looked at the brag table, because the brag table was amazing. People brought a lot of their projects they had stitched. I hope this light is not great, but it's hot, and I'm trying to keep the windows kind of closed. So looked at the brag table, went, oh, and so back to the freebie booty table, pirate booty table, basically. You'd be looking, all of a sudden they would throw a whole bunch of new stuff on the top and go, and it was like, okay, you just want us to lose our minds. This is just crazy. So that was super fun. They went over to the brag table and just was in awe of so many things. Found out about the annex, and the annex is like trunk shows from a lot of the designers. That is put on by Keepsakes, and it's a big room across the hall from the ballroom, which was where we were, and you can buy things there. So I thought, well, I'll go over and look, you know. Oh my goodness, just seeing the models stitched was so amazing. Well, seeing the brag table was amazing too, but seeing the models stitched from all the designers that you know and love, like Hands On Design, and so many great designers in person. Whereas, you know, it's great to see even on Flosstube, you can see a little better than if you can when there are pictures of something, or you're shopping like on 123 Stitch or something. But to see them in real life, oh my goodness, I was just, I was so taken aback and amazed and flabbergasted, and all the words that you used. My husband's a Twitter-pated, which is a fun word from a Disney movie back in the day when it was, I think it was Bambi when the bunny got Twitter-pated. So he said, well, it sounds like you were Twitter-pated, after I told my fangirl out on Yasmir and another designer. And so that was kind of a fun word to think about. I hadn't thought about in years. So came back to my table just about 15 minutes before they had the opening ceremony, talk, welcoming speeches, and all the fun things that they did. Barbara introduced all of her crew from Keepsakes, and you know, all the people that support her so much, and kind of went through what our weekend was going to be like. And I think that started at 7, I think, and she was done by 7:30, 7:45. She, you know, was very informative and helpful, and visited a few more minutes, and then I headed up to my room at 8 o'clock. That ballroom was open till 10 every night, and you could sit and stitch with your table till 10. And you could leave your stuff out because they lock the room. But I just took my magazines that I picked up off the table and put them in my tail bag and headed upstairs at 8 because I was tuckered out and I knew I needed to sleep because I hadn't slept the night before. And as my grandkids would say, a grumpy Grammy is not a fun person to be around. I do like my sleep. So, yeah. So then, had a good night's sleep. Pretty good. I think I slept the best that night, probably, because I was tired. And that was Thursday night. Okay. So I'm going to share a little bit about what I got. I'll kind of disperse. I'll kind of show things as I go. Pull things out of here. So I walk in to the annex, and I think, in my mind, I thought, I'm not going to spend a lot of money. You know, I have a lot of stuff at home to stitch, but if something really grabs me or speaks to me, I want to grab it. So I wasn't going to buy any project bags because I have enough and I could make them if I really wanted to. But lo and behold, I walk in and I see this. A black kitty project bag. I mean, and look, it's beautiful. It's by, I know she had a tag on it, Cross Stitch Fancies. Instagram X Stitch Fancies. And look at the colors. I mean, a handle And it's a bigger one. It's the biggest one I have, in that it fits my 11 by 11 Q-stand in here. And it was on the bottom of the pile of the, you know, I saw there were some pretty ones, and I went, and then it was the very bottom of the pile. It was meant to be. I found it first off, and I didn't see any other ones. Oh, and I didn't see any other ones. I just love it. Because, of course, as you know, my girl is Sierra Cat, and she's all black. So, yeah, that was a given. Had to have that. And I had forgotten. This was on Saturday that I bought that. Because they weren't selling. No, this was Friday. Because they weren't selling things on Thursday. So, that was a Friday. I went in first thing when I came down, because they had a kind of breakfast, but I'm not a big breakfast eater, so I grabbed a yogurt and a milk and a banana, and grabbed that and took it with me downstairs. So I was downstairs by 8:30. I think they opened the doors at 8, so 8:30, and then I went right over to the annex and found that bag and went, okay, gotta have that. I'm going to put all my goodies here out of my little tote bag that I got. Super fun. So many fun things. Okay, so I bought that, and then I think I know I bought something else, but I don't remember. I'll show you all the things I got. I'll show you some of the freebies I got. I won't show you the Just Cross Stitch magazines. So I did what I said I was going to do. I went through some of the Just Cross Stitch magazines. A couple of them didn't, like they were like early 90s. A couple of them didn't really have anything that I was super interested in, but a couple of them did, and some of them, because they were early 2000s, they were some of our prominent designers now, had some of their early designs in those magazines. Oh, I know what I'm going to show you because it's so cool. Did I not put it in here? I don't see it now. Oh, it's on the floor over there. I'll grab it in a minute. I'll grab it right now. I'm not going to pause this because if I pause it, it will turn off. I'm sure. I can do it without tipping everything over. I am here. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Carefully hold this. Sorry about that. I am going to get better at my videoing. I am going to learn how to do links, and I'm going to learn how to insert pictures, and that's one of my goals this summer. If not before my grandson comes, when my grandson's here, he said he would help me. So, two of the things I found on the freebie table Thursday night when I got there. This kit, Sung Dynasty bottle. It's a gold collection petites. Comes with all the flosses and the charm. It had never even been opened. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's small. It's a smallish one. I'm not going to pull it all out, but it's not huge. I know that. The glare is crazy. Never been opened. Treasure. This is another, this was a chart. It's a, oh dear. And something you don't want to know. My cat threw up on it when I got home. I have a hairball on it. That's disgusting. Well, we'll fix that later. Anyway, I have seen this in the past. It's a Glendon Place. That is so disgusting. I love my cat. Glendon Place, and it's fun, and I like Halloween, and it was on the freebie table, so I grabbed that. This Lizzie Kate, My Secret Garden. I thought that was really precious. Freebie. This was a find. This I was excited about. So this was wrapped up in it was kind of wrapped up and had twine around it and stuff. And I thought, oh, it's a Prairie Schooler Santa, which is cool. And it was on top, and this was a freebie. It was on top of this fabric that it was wrapped around, and I just saw the fabric and I saw the corner kind of like this. And I went, well, that's cool. And it came with it. So I grabbed it, and then when I got it up to my room, I opened it, and look at this. Won't that be cool as like a pillow? One of my table mates suggested it be a pillow, a Christmas pillow. I love it. So I was excited about that, and then, because like I said, I picked that up on Thursday night when I got there, and then Friday morning, one of my table mates said, I was over at the, oh, and it came with all the threads. Came with all the threads to do the Santa. All wrapped up in that fabric. That's money. That's dollars. And my table mate said, I grabbed this for you because you picked that one up. And so now I have two. And I can make matching pillows. I can do another Santa. Not matching pillows, but another Santa. So essentially they would be two Christmas pillows. Either for myself or to give away as gifts. Yeah, how cool was that? And then the rest of my freebies, I believe, was magazines. Yeah. And like I said, I picked some of them up, put some of them back. Next day I picked up some more, took them to my room that night. I did that every night except for the very last night because I knew I wasn't going to go down there in the morning before it opened. Treasures. That was fun. That was really, really fun. So, I think that was all my, oh, no. Him too, Nordic Santa on perforated paper. Little freebie. He was cute too. I think that was everything that I got free. Everything else I purchased, which I will show you in a minute. Oh, no. After I tell the story of, okay, so this stack, I'm going to grab it here so I have it all together. I don't want to miss anything. And then I think this is all purchased things. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's it. So we got this passport book, as everyone has kind of showed you. Had the whole list of, with a Stitch.con freebie, like we could do that on waist canvas or whatever you want, you know, for a Stitch.con pattern. And lots of cute little patterns. One was Violet's Wool by Lulu Stitch, a little kitty cat. One was, monogram letters. One was another cute. I might put him on that other pillow. Thought he was cute. Then a whole list of all the Flosstubers that were at both A and B. A couple that are just charts. I can't really show those to you. 3 or 4. Really fun little charts. And lots of information about lots of things. So that was nice to have that. We also got a bag, and we got a mask, and we got an ornament, which everybody's talked about, which you can put your orts in and hang. And it's clear. It's a glass ornament. I'm glad I got it home safe. Didn't break. So we're sitting there on, so Friday. Friday, go pick up some things went across it to the annex on Friday, picked up some things, and then I came back and I got serious about my stitching, sat down and started stitching and getting to know the gals better. And then because of COVID, food was kind of not great at the convention center or at the hotel. The hotel had only frozen things, and then their, grab and go breakfast. But we decided to go to the convention center eats place, and they had hamburgers and hot dogs, and I love good hot dogs. So I got a hot dog, and then we went and sat and ate for lunch. So that was nice with my group. And we stitched some more. I don't think I took a nap that afternoon because I had slept pretty decent. And Friday, yes, it was Friday. Friday it was pouring rain. Back up. Thursday night, it was warm in the convention center room, the convention ballroom where we were stitching. Everybody was taking off layers and they were hot and sweating and everything. And somebody, said the air conditioning's not working. What are we going to do? And come to find out. Now, I didn't see any cicadas. Cicadas, is that how you say it? Cicadas when I got there at all. But they had started dying that second week while we were there. And they had died and fallen into the air conditioning units on the convention center and had shorted out the air conditioning. Shorted out, I guess. I don't know. Ruined the air conditioning. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, they finally figured it out. Now, my hotel room was fine, which was kind of like walking distance, super close, like through a hallway they were connected. So my hotel was fine, but the convention center had gotten very warm. So they said the next morning, apologized and said, yeah, the cicadas had attacked the air conditioning and it was going to be cooler, and it definitely worked the second day. So all that to say, so I think I just stayed and stitched that afternoon, but I noticed, and this was Friday, I'm still on Friday, I think when I came down Friday, I went to lunch, went up to my room and got a pillow because my back was starting to hurt. I was taking Advil, popping Advil like crazy for my back and my hands. I just went, I don't know how long I can do this. But the pillow super helped. So that was all good. Again, more information than you ever want to know. So then we decided to go to dinner. The 5 of us, our table group, one of the gals had a car. A couple of them had a car, but so one of the gals said, let's drive because it was pouring rain. And so we went over to Cracker Barrel and had a really yummy comfort food dinner, which I hadn't had in quite a while. Southern comfort food kind of dinner. It was yum. It was good. Kind of early-ish. Went back, and then they started the evening where you do a smalls exchange. And I showed you the small I was going to take, and I didn't end up fully finishing it. I don't know if I got nervous. I honestly don't remember why my choice was to not enter it, but I didn't. And a couple of the gals, most of the gals at my table didn't. There was only one person of our 5 that did a smalls exchange. Next time I definitely will, because I lost out on some fun. But when Barbara started her talk, so we did the smalls exchange, had dinner, came back, and then had the evening program. They said, I'm going to have door prizes. And so I thought, well, that's cool. But I never win door prizes, ever. And lo and behold, I won. Just for being there. What they had done, let's see if I can find my picture on here. Camera, no. Gallery, yes. Gallery, yes. Here we go. Look at that basket I won. Each of Barbara's staff from Keepsakes pulled together a basket. and had all kinds of good fun things in it. I'm going to show you everything I got. I gave the basket to Candy, my to my left table mate, who is local and could take a basket home. I didn't want to deal with taking it. It was a really pretty basket. But she said she'd use it for a gift or whatever. And I said, yeah, go ahead and take it. So anyway, I got this little, oops, upside down, this little pillow. And come to find out, with 2021 on it, come to find out the gal who had done it, I have her name, here it is, Jen Grimes, Spoony Rooney underline Stitcher, that her basket was full of autumn and fall designs. Look at that. So I feel like I kind of got a Smalls exchange, even though I didn't exchange anything, but isn't that cute? And it's it's stuffed. It's really cute. I mean, I got so much stuff. Pumpkin Hunt by Heart and Hand. Look at that. And I opened it, I think it was today I opened it. It even has the buttons. The buttons for it. It says, "Let the hunt begin." And I'm more of a Halloween stitcher, so I didn't have any fall patterns or fall charts. Beans, as I just started this like a year ago, collecting charts and stitching, cross stitching. So cute. A hands-on design, Sunflower Manor, the chalk for the home. Oh, I didn't see that one. That's cute too. There's a little small at the top that says autumn, and then there's this. So that chart. That's what I bought. A Lizzie Kate, Fall Crazy. Lots of little smalls. You can hang on a Halloween tree, or you can see them all. Super cute. These were all in that basket. Not Forgotten Farm. Thomas the Turkey. Not a big turkey person, but he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I'll probably do him. And he's on 8. Oh, this is great. This is right up my alley. 18. He's 7.5 wide by 5 inches high, and the model is Stitch.con 18 count. That's my jam. He looks pretty dense. There's a lot of stitching in Mr. Thomas. DMC floss. Definitely gonna do him. Cedar Hill. All the floss to do this. Little pumpkins. I guess I'm showing you the chart. Sorry about that. I didn't see anything else I could show you. That was not good. Is that the actual chart? I'm terribly sorry. Oh, it's only on one piece of paper. So I just showed you the chart. Wow. I'll have to enlarge that chart, because if you could see that to stitch it, you're a better man than I. Anyway, super cute. And the floss. You know, totally cool. Thanksgiving, double up Heart and Hand, Thanksgiving, Grateful, Gather, what does it say? Gather Here Grateful. Super cute. It is done on 30 count, so it'll be a little bigger than that when I do it, but I got all of these in that little basket. I mean, I won't have to buy any, and I love this because it has boats on it. It's a little Thankful, and it's a Lizzie Kate. Is that cute or what? With needles. Then this is really fun. And I did not see who, I think I am gonna ask Jen Grimes. I'm going to contact her because she did come up on the final day and say, you got my basket. I just want to introduce myself to you. And I said, I'm sorry I haven't reached out to you. I just kind of lost my last day to pain and other things. Anyway, it's a, I don't know where she got this. It was on the table. I saw these on the table in the annex. So I know that they sell them, but I don't know who makes them. So if anybody knows who makes these, leave a comment and let me know. And hopefully you'll like and comment in my video and subscribe. I think I got 7 more subscribers since I've been home, which is kind of thrilling. It has a place to put your scissors, is what I call that. A heavyweight, it's a magnet. So probably, I think it's a magnet. It's probably where you put your needle. And then this is flannel. So it's like one of those flannel catcher, thread catcher things, and it snaps. And look how pretty it is. Wow. All of that in that basket. Easily $50+ You know, I mean, I was just so taken back by the beauty and the choices and the love that was put into that basket. And I won it just for, I guess they had the names of people who were there and they drew out names, because a lot of other people won baskets too, I mean, from the staff. And then they had some raffle tickets for a lot of different prizes, and I bought raffle tickets. I didn't win anything else, but that was fine. For me to have won that basket, I was overwhelmed. It was, so that was my next stack of things. So the first was free, that was free. My bag wasn't free, my kitty bag, this guy wasn't free, so I showed you him. And then all the rest of the stuff I purchased. And it was so sweet because, let's see, back up. So I won that on Friday night. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't know this my last video. But my daughter's husband's mother and father live in Kentucky, in Lexington, Kentucky. And I don't know that area. I mean, I've never been to Kentucky, and I'd never been to Ohio, so I didn't know that Cincinnati being so far down in the state and Lexington being closer. She was like an hour and a half drive away. And so when I told my daughter I was doing this, kind of last minute, I hadn't really shared with her about it. I told her on the phone the week, 2 weeks, maybe 10 days before I went, that I was doing it. And she said, well, Rusty could come up and see you. And I went, I didn't have a car, and she knows I don't like to drive in strange places. So she knew I didn't want to drive, but Rusty drives. And so she said, Rusty could come up and see you. You guys could go to lunch. And I was like, that'd be so fun, because I love our in-laws. They are amazing. I love both sets of our in-laws. Our kids, spouses, parents are amazing people, because they raised amazing kids, who my great kids are married to amazing kids. And I can be happier for the 2 sets of in-laws I have. And so the husband, John David, couldn't come because he had his second cataract surgery, so he couldn't come. But Rusty came, and so Saturday I knew I was going to meet with her for lunch at 11, and that was super fun. So I knew my Saturday was going to be kind of broken up. For how long, I didn't know how long she would be able to be there. And when I woke up, because it had stormed and stormed and stormed, and we had a tornado warning and a shelter in place, I got out of there before they did that. They had to stay in the basement, and the ballroom was in the basement. I got out of there and back to my hotel room before all that happened. But even that Saturday morning, the thunder woke me up at like 7:15, 7:30. Big time thunder, pouring rain. So I texted Rusty, and I said, please don't drive in this if you're not comfortable. And she said, I've already left the house. It's not raining here. I'll probably run into some rain, but I'm going to be fine. And so I felt a little bad, but she was good with it. So she said I should be there between 11 and 11:30. And so I just kind of waited. So I stitched with the gals in the morning. And then Russie came and we had a 3-hour lunch. And the really fun thing was we have never gotten to sit and visit for like she whatever, grammatically, I'm not sure. Because it's always been family gatherings. And the last time I saw her was 4 years ago at my son-in-law's 50th birthday in Key Biscayne. And we had a big family gathering, big family 50th birthday party in Key Biscayne, Florida. And there was no time to sit and there was, I don't know, I suppose we could have, but then the men are with us, the husbands are with us, and they love to talk, and it's just never been Rusty and me. So we just had the best talk. It was so fun, and we talked for 3 hours. And when I got back from the table, I had no voice, literally. I mean, I've been visiting off and on with a lot of the gals, a lot of the ladies, but I hadn't been talking nonstop for 3 hours with somebody where, you know, the conversation just flows differently when you're a one-on-one person, whether when you're in you know, in the social aspect of things. I had no voice. And I thought, what business do I have to sit down here? What good am I to sit down here? Oh, and so when I got back, as soon as I got back, I brought Rusty in because I want to kind of show her the bragging table and show her what we were doing. So she just got a brief glimpse, and Candy, my table mate, said, it's the last bus to Keepsakes. And I wanted to go to Keepsakes. I wanted to see, I didn't know that I wanted to buy that much, but I wanted to see it. So the last Stitchy bus round was at 2:15. And so it was okay because Rusty, Brian's sister, Rusty's daughter, is getting married. And her first marriage, she's in her 50s, super excited. The whole family is excited. And she's going to go look at gowns. Mira wanted her to go look at some gowns in a Cincinnati bridal shop just to get some ideas. So Rusty had that on her itinerary, and so she needed to go anyway. So it worked out fine. She didn't feel like I was brushing her off or anything. And so I ran out, hopped on the bus, met a couple of cool people, went over and got to see Keepsakes, kind of went up and down. There was one specific thing I wanted to get, and I got that, and that was this thread to finish my Aztec reflection cats, because I'm on the fourth round of the border, and I ran out of that thread. So I got that because I knew they had it, and I didn't want to order it from 123 Stitch if I didn't have to. So that was cool. And what else did I get there? Oh, I have always wanted to get some of these, and I thought these would go super cute. Sorry about the close-up. Got this pillow. Found these pins. So I'm going to put the pins on the pillow. How cute is that? So I bought those. And I had to get some Halloween ones too. I thought those were super cute. Super cute. And then I've forgotten my highlighter at home, and so I was borrowing Candy's, and I thought I need to pick up a highlighter. So got that. Oh, and I've heard about Lady Dot creates their fun trim. And I saw the screen, I thought, oh, that'd be so cute for Halloween. So I grabbed that. It's called Witchy, which I have in mind to do, not Lindy. Michelle Bendy Stitch has a set of witches, super cute. Make it into a pillow and put that around it. I think it'd be super cute. I like that idea. I was lost my needle threader, and I was mostly spitting and, you know, threading, but picked up another needle minder. So I got those. And then as I was checking out, this was all at Keepsakes, he said, he had a little thing by the side, and he says these are half off. So I got this cool piece of, I think it's 14 count Ada. That was really cool. For like $4. You know, as a cut. That's everything I got at, pretty sure. That's everything I purchased at Keepsakes. Now let's rewind a little bit and go back to, so anyway, I was maybe there 15 minutes, and that's all I really needed to be there, because I was tired. Like, I had no voice. I was tired. And I thought, and I'd had a big lunch with, we had gone to Ruby Tuesdays. So I had another big Southern Comfort kind of lunch with chicken and gravy and, you know, veggies, and it was yummy. I think we ate there about 1 o'clock by the time we, maybe 12:30. Anyway, and I knew I wasn't going to eat dinner. So I thought this might be a good time to get a nap. Hadn't slept well. I did not sleep well Friday night because of all the thunder and rain and concern about the tornado. There's a tornado watch out. And like I said, I'm a challenged sleeper anyway. So it wasn't a good call for me. So I had not slept well that night either. So I was kind of like, didn't sleep, had a good night's sleep, didn't sleep. And thought this might be a really good time for me to go take a nap. So I went back to the table, and you just hate to go back and sit and know that you're leaving, that this is your last day. This was Saturday. This was your last day. And you couldn't sit and visit or stitch, or I met some Colorado people finally. That was cool. I had set up a bat signal on Steph and Pam, or I think it was, maybe it was Pam, had said, put on the Facebook that you're looking for Colorado people. Because I thought there were going to be like 3 of us there. Found all 3 of us, and we were sitting within a table of each other, which was too funny. So I put out the bat signal. We all found I said, find me at, you know, table 22. Super cool ladies. One lives in Colorado Springs, which is 45 minutes from here. One gal lives down by La Junta, which is in the way southeast corner of Colorado. And small world, her cousin, through work, my husband's a professor at CU and does a lot of diversity and outreach for the community, for communities. Her cousin, who is the president of the small college down in that area, knows my husband. How about that for a small world? So next time Robert goes down to La Junta, could be going with him to see Miss Patty. But the 3 of us talked, and we thought, well, maybe we could come up, like, meet halfway or meet in Colorado Springs and go to the Broadmoor, which is a super cool hotel, which I've never stayed at, and I lived in Colorado Springs, and have a little stitchy weekend. So how fun was that? Anyway, met those gals, came back and sat down at the table, and Candy said, you need to go take a nap. She says, I don't want to be rude, but you look exhausted. And so I said, okay, I will. I wanted to stay for the next smalls exchange, but I was just too tired. So I went back to the room, and I slept for 2.5 hours, and that super helped. And so I was back at the table. Like I said, I didn't want to do dinner, and they ordered Chinese, and I'm not a big Chinese person. And I don't like Chinese people. I'm not a big Chinese food person. I'm going to get myself in trouble today. I'm having fun. I hope this records. I hope this downloads, because I don't want to do this again. About tore my hair out on the last one. It would not upload. It just wouldn't. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do this again. So I hope I don't have to do this one again. Anyway. So, sometime on Saturday, I went back to the annex. I bought 2 pieces of fabric because they were Jody fabrics. And they were Aida. 14 count Aida. And I got some Jody fabrics. How gorgeous is that? I got a quarter of that and a quarter of this. I'm like dumbfounded. Steel City Stitchers Jody fabrics. And they are so soft. Have kind of fun smell. So soft. And 14, 16, 18 is my jam. 14's a little big for me now. I usually do 16, 18, but I don't care. Because I'll do a lot. I think I'll do smalls on these, but who knows. Super fun. So I got some Jody fabrics. That was fun. And then Barbara had put out, the owner of Keepsakes had put out some color and cotton. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I have the air on, but whew, it's getting warm. Hyacinth and Red Rock. $2 a piece. Not even sure. I may have these. I don't know. But to add to my color and cotton stash, she had a whole table laid out. And I was like, okay, I just need to pick a couple. I don't need to buy everything. I will say, first night, my husband was so excited and so supportive of me taking this trip. He's been so great about supporting me in doing my YouTubes. And he was so great about supporting me to take this trip, because I found out that I got in like 2 days after I got back from my 2-week gone trip to Washington, D.C. to see my grandkids, our grandkids. You know, some expense, not terrible because I stay with my daughter, but, and, you know, I give her some money because she feeds me, but nothing, nothing out of the ordinary except for my plane trip. And I got the notice and I was like, oh, I don't know if I should even say anything because I just got back, and, you know, so this is like the first week of May. So I slept on it that night, and I got up and I told my husband the next day, and he goes, oh, you should definitely do that. I'm sweating like crazy. You should definitely do that. That would be so fun. So we booked it. He said, I think you should stay at the Hyatt, which was a little more expensive, but we did do it on hotel.com, and it wasn't as expensive that way. And he said, so, you know, I said, I won't go crazy buying stuff. I have a lot of stuff. And then when I won that basket that night and I, you know, found all the freebies, I went, I don't have to buy anything. But I did buy that bag. But then the night when I got back to the hotel, that first night, he said, now, honey, I want you not to think about how much you're spending. I want you to get what you want to get. I'm not one to take advantage of a statement like that, but it was so sweet. And he said, you know, we normally travel quite a bit. You know, we've done cruises and we like to travel, and we haven't traveled for 1.5 years. He said our travel budget is like, you know, it's good. So, and he knows I'm not going to go crazy too. And he says, so spend what you want and get what you want. And if it speaks to you, get it. And I was just like, you're a keeper. You know, I know I've been married to you 19 years. You're wonderful. And he is. He's my gift in life. Blah, blah, blah. That's my wonderful Robert. So I did go. I got that Jody fabric, and I spent a little money at the annex. Oh, this is another thing I got at Keepsake. It's ground nutshells. I've seen pillows made with them, and I thought, little pillows, and I've got some smalls that I want to do pillows, and I just thought I'm going to try it and see if because they're perfect pin cushion fillings, Plum Easy, and these are actually lavender scented. I haven't opened them, so I don't know how they smell. But then I was talking to somebody and they said, you know, you can always put essential oils into, like somebody uses, I want to say, I know this isn't right. It's not called lizard droppings because that would be totally disgusting. Lizard bedding, B-E-D-D-I-N-G. The stuff you put in a lizard's cage for their bedding. Lizard droppings would be disgusting. Anyway, they say they use lizard bedding for their stuff, And, oh my God, I've been talking an hour. What was I going to say? And then Candy said, and you can put essential oils in that. Thought that was a really good idea. But these are already lavender scented. So I did buy that. So I went back to the annex. I'm not sure what Saturday afternoon. I don't know when I did this, but I had been wanting these flamingo hands-on designs charts. And I got that one. It says flamingo bells. I think they're so cute. And flamingo all the way. Flamingo all the way. I thought they're darling for Christmas ornaments or little gifty gifts for Christmas. So I got those. This is nothing I couldn't order. But I'm telling you, when you see them stitched up in person, super hard to resist. And I got Lindy Stitch's new saltwater scrapbook, her part of it, because I'd never do the whole one. There are a couple of the other ones that I think Blue Flower, she collaborated and did this with Blue Flower, and Blue Flower did, I think, 4 more. I think there's 9 of them in the big one, and I think so. Blue Flower did 4 more, but I didn't get hers. I got these. Who knows? I may get the other ones, but I really like the ship. I love this. I love this shark. I love these. This reminds me of mine in the Disney movie Finding Nemo. This is the whole, oh, okay, here's the whole one. So Blue Flower did the squirrels, the girl jumping off the dock with the dog, which is super cute. It's very, very cute. And the mermaid. And then Lindy Stitches, Stephanie Lindy Stitches did the rest. So you can do that whole one. But I knew I probably wasn't going to do that. I thought I'd just make up the little small pillows and give them as gifts. But I did some fun Blue Flower things. This one says, Life with Cats, Best Bed. It says, why are you surprised? And it even has a black kitty, my Sierra, because there's a cat bed and the cat is in a box, and it says, why are you surprised? Perfect. Where's my cat right now? Sleeping in my still unpacked luggage. It's almost unpacked. And then I got another one. It says Life with Cats Royal Audience. It says you may approach. And it's a little cat on a chair. And it was the other fun thing at our table. I think all of us had cats. So we are all cat lovers. And Candy said hers would say you may not approach. So I had to get that one too. Then I got 3 more. Oh, this was, I couldn't resist this one. I guess Sue Hillis was there. Like I said, Liz was there. And Sue Hillis was there, but I didn't know her and I didn't see her. I didn't know about her or see her until I got home. I had to get this because my bestie is an office manager. She manages 2 huge buildings, office buildings downtown Denver. And it says, please cancel my subscription to your issues. Because she gets really frustrated with people. She's the one that said, I'm going to keep wearing my mask because I can bleep at people and they're not even going to know what I'm saying, but I can smile with my eyes and just say, you, or so stupid. And they won't know. So that's my sassy friend, Verna. She's my bestie for 10 years. So I had to get that, do that for her. Then I got the last day. Oh, this is the one I got that Hello Liz Matthews did. And I'd seen this on her videos. I'd seen this one and I thought this was really gorgeous. And I had thought about getting this before I even saw it. And then when I saw it made up, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It's called Clara Hansen. I don't know the, okay. Claudia Hansen reproduction sampler and smalls were all stitched on 36 count straw linen from Weeks Dye Works. Oh, I thought maybe it'd tell a story. Didn't tell a story. So anyway, I won't be using Weeks Dye Works, but so pretty. I love all of it. All of it. Yeah. That's definitely my jam. And then I got one more. I'm gonna sneeze. Pardon me. I think that was it. Let's see. I got a Teresa Kogut. Again, because I saw it stitched up. Pardon me. And I do want to say, I saw her angels stitched up. Oh my goodness. They are gorgeous. If you like angels, you would love doing Teresa Kogut's angels. I'm not sure if I liked one over the other better. They were both just beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so this one I got is, it's called Scylla Witch's Quaker, and it's Halloween. What do you not like about that? I mean, how fun is that? I think I even have a piece of fabric that'll work on too. And it's not huge. Well, this is on 40 count linen, so mine again be bigger because I don't do 40 count linen. 8 1/4 by 8 inches. So it would be more like 11 by 11 probably by the time I got an 801 out of it. But that was all, oh yeah, that was all my haul and all my purchases. I'll show you one more thing because I have gone over an hour and I've never gone this long. And thankfully, it hasn't cut me off. I am hoping that this is a better download, that's all I can say. So I started this before I left because I thought I'm going to get a start done and not necessarily have a Stitch.con 2021 start. But I'd only put in like maybe 50 stitches on this. So I'm doing this one. It's called Really Friends, Catherine Moreland sampler. It's a heartstring samplery. Again, I'm not crazy about the picture, but choosing my own colors. I had the Really done and the key and the top of this is a little house done, and I got all this done. That's all I did while I was there. But it's a fair amount. You know, it's a fair amount, and these are my colors. Oh, that's the other thing I got, which is now hooked to everything. These are my colors. I'm doing them all in Color and Cotton. Oh, I'm sorry, Classic Color Works, or most of them have one Color and Cotton in there. Anyway, I picked all my own colors because it was charted. This was a, what's the box? Black Needle Society box, the Austin box. Because this is a Jane Austen story quote person. Anyway, yeah. By Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery. Anyway, and I just like using my flosses. What am I getting them for if I'm not going to use them? So I substituted all my Classic Color Works and Color and Cotton. And that's how much I got done. And I'm going to truck along on this for a while. I don't know, I'm tempted to start a lot of the stuff I got. Some of this stuff is really fun. But I'm getting a good amount done, and I think like we're having there's a stitch along with Michelle Bendy Stitchy in, I don't even know what time it is. It's probably soon. For I think it's in like 20 minutes, so I gotta finish this. And then as we left, they gave us these little, she wanted us, Barbara made a point of saying how much we had all needed this gathering of stitching people, stitching lovers that love to stitch and be around stitchers, and how much we all needed to be together after such a really rough 2020. How grateful we were to be with each other, how grateful they were that we came. And they had put together these little scissor fobs, or you could put it on your bags, whatever you wanted to do. Anyway, and each has a healing stone, and she said, pick the stone that speaks to you. And I'm pretty sure this is called a chalcedone. I have a ring. It's one of my favorite rings, and it matches that stone in it. This ring is old, so it's even kind of yellowed, but it matches that stone, and it's a stone from Oregon. It's found in Oregon. It's mined in Oregon, and that's where I was born. It was Corvallis. So that spoke to me. It didn't have any information or anything. I just thought there were lots of pretty colored ones and stuff, but I just saw that, and it spoke to me, and I thought it matches my ring. This ring is fun because when my granddaughter was 5, she said, "Grammy, why is your ring yelling at me?" She was seeing the 2 eyes and a mouth. But anyway, I'm going to end with that because it's been so great to share all this with you. And I am like crossing my fingers big time that this is going to download and we're going to be in good shape. So please connect with new friends. If you got to go to Stitch.con, please think about going to Stitch.con next year if it's possible for you. Because my husband was just like, well, are they going to have another one? I said, yeah, they're going to let us know how to sign up before the 4th of July. And he said, well, do they have other ones across the country? I don't know if he's trying to get rid of me or what, but he knows how much joy this has brought me. So he just said, are there other ones across the country? And I said, yeah, probably. I'm going to look into it, but I don't think there's anything like Stitch.con. That was just amazing. So I'm going to sign off. Stitching to connect Annie. I connected with some new stitchy friends. I made some good friends that from my table, and we'll connect in forms and ways through social media. And have a great couple weeks of summer. I'll probably see. I'll do this again in 2 weeks, and take care. Bye bye.